Little bobbing and weaving here. Hey there, it's Dylan Stewart, the North Star Man, coming to you with day 49. That's that close to halfway. And I'm coming to you today in a little bit of a more mellow headspace, and I want to talk to you about something really important. Well, important to me. Maybe it'll be important to you too. I'm not going to be the judge. I was at a men's team meeting last night, and one of my friends asked if I was really that busy, if I really had that many things to accomplish, and what that was about. And it got me thinking, you know, I've been a busy addict my whole life. I mean, it's worse than being a workaholic, because a workaholic is like, you get up, you go to work, and you work, and you come home, and you work, and then you're kind of done. But a busy addict is always finding something to do. So if I have a gap of time, it's not like, wow, I'll rest, or I'll take it easy, or I'll get there early. It's like, what can I fit into that spot? What can I squeeze in so that that little chunk of time gets used up? Case in point, I have a date tonight, and I have a little bit of time between my last job and the date, and I could have gone home and maybe changed my shirt and taken a shower and filled that little gap of time with busyness. And instead I thought, you know, I'm gonna get myself into a different headspace. I've been working all day, I've been with clients all day, and what would it be like for me to just go to the restaurant, get in that area, find myself a nice park, get myself a nice Starbucks, and shoot a video? Yes, okay, shooting the video is still me trying to fill that time. I'm recognizing that as I say it. But what I was trying to do was give myself a little bit of a more leisurely time leading into this date, rather than cramming that time filled with driving, filled with tasks, filled with getting home, and then I'm gonna end up making my bed and God knows whatever else. And then I find myself running late, because that's what happens is I fill up those little windows of time, and then the windows of time are gone, and I'm in a rush. I don't really want to be in a rush today. That's why I'm in a more leisurely space. So I decided to go get a cup of coffee and come sit in a park and talk to you, or talk to me, I guess, because I'm just looking at the camera at this point. At any rate, what I started to think about is, why do we fill our lives with such busyness? And I figure there's really two reasons for it. One is, you've got big plans, you've got big dreams, you've got big things that you're building towards, and that time can be really well spent putting pieces together, and in some cases that's really true for me. There's a lot of things that I want to do with my life, whether it's upping my game as a personal coach and really helping more and more people with the wisdom that I've got, and taking more people and helping be a catalyst for them, whether it's building my websites. Yes, there's multiples, and there's always going to be multiples, because I'm always thinking about multiple things I can do. Whether it's finishing the True Wisdom playing cards that I've designed, we're building a new deck, getting ready for Burning Man this year, and I'm deep in that. Or whether it's writing stories or whatever I'm going to do, there's all these big plans that I want to make in my career and in my business. And so to some extent, the busyness connects to building that up and building that business and building this and making that better and earning more money and being happier and challenging myself. That's all true, and that's all really positive. But here's the dirty little secret that I thought about last night is, to a certain extent, I keep myself busy so that I don't have to think too hard about what's going on in my life or what's going on in my head or who I really am or what I'm really afraid of. That's the reality of it, is that to a certain extent, I'm squeezing things in and preventing myself from having the space to go deep into me. And here I am, and I'm open, and I'm working and looking at how to be a better man, be a better person, be a better coach, and be a better father, and all of these elements, and I'm really pushing into it. But on this other side of me, I'd just rather stay busy, because it's easier. I can easily find things to do. There's a million undone things that I can, take on. But there's a difference between being busy and being productive. And I'm productive a lot of the time, but then I have these moments where it's like, I'm just gonna cram things in, I'm gonna make it happen. And I wonder where you sit around that. Do you find that you yourself are keeping yourself ultra busy all the time, running around, trying to multitask, do 10 things at once? And if that's the case, why? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself that? Because I think a lot of us are on autopilot. especially in this culture, especially in this day and age. You're on autopilot trying to do 12 things at once and you don't even know why. So stop. Take a breath. And ask yourself, are you busy because you're building? Or are you busy because you're avoiding? And if you're busy because you're avoiding, what are you avoiding? And why? And what would it take for you to turn that busyness into addressing that instead of avoiding it? I'm like the rest of us, the rest of you. I've got these fears and these concerns and these issues and these doubts and these voices in my head that are always chattering about who I'm not and what I can't be and what I shouldn't be trying to do and how I'm overstepping my bounds or bringing too much ego or too much selfishness or not helping others or whatever it is. I have this constant ongoing dialogue about that. And if I stop and I get quiet and I get centered, it's because I'm afraid that those voices are right. It's because there's a fear inside of me that maybe I don't belong here. Maybe I should be smaller. Maybe I should shrink back down. And I fill myself with this busyness because I don't want to look at that. I don't want to address that. And I ask you, are you addressing it? Are you looking at that place inside of yourself where you're not being your best self, where you're listening to those doubts, and are you letting them get away with it? Today, one of the things that I really want to stand up for is pushing aside that voice. Kirby, yo! One of those things I want to push away is really setting aside that voice and embracing who you really are and who you want to be in a different way, where when you're being busy, you don't stay on autopilot, but you stop. And you check in and you go, do I need to be doing this? Or am I doing this to avoid something else? And maybe I can do that something else. For me, it's the best shirt ever, right? I love this shirt. Love that. For me, I want to shine the light in the shadows. I want to explore it, and I want to find new ways and new abilities within me to be better, to go deeper, to ask more questions, to really step into a better way of being. And that's my invitation for you. Don't just fill the time. Don't just cram it all together and make yourself busy. Because you can be busy and miss the point and lose the opportunity of being present. Today I choose presence over busyness. Today I sit here in a park, have a cup of coffee, talk to you, and yeah, I didn't get to change clothes and didn't get to take a shower, but oh well. Today was day 49. Tomorrow I hit day 50, and I hit halfway on a challenge that, God, seemed really, really, really like a long time, and now doesn't seem so hard. Seems like something I should be doing every day, addressing and looking into the dark spaces and really focusing on who I am. So how are you going to spend the next time you're finding yourself busy? Are you going to fill it, or are you going to sit and be present? I'm Dylan Stewart, I'm the North Star Man, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.